Hey guys, well, haven't been a video in a while, mainly because I didn't know what to do. I was all out of ideas for videos, but finally came up with one. I'm going to show some of my favorite horror remakes. I have some of these movies on DVDs and some of these movies on Blu-ray, so you're going to be seeing a mix of these movies. Well, without further ado, let's get started. One of them I chose was Willard. Now, this was definitely a really good remake. I actually like this one more than the original movie. Not saying I don't like the original movie, the original was still good. But I just think Crispin Glover was really, really good as Willard. I think this was probably his best performance. He gave like this weird look. He gave like this sinister looking smile. I think he could have played the Joker after seeing his performance in this movie. This also had like more of a darker tone too, and also some pretty good rat special effects. Like they used like some sort of like trained rats and some CGI rats, which were it was okay CGI, but yeah. So I definitely say check this movie out. Another one I chose was the remake of My Bloody Valentine in 3D. And this was definitely a really good remake too. I actually like this one more than the original as well. This is definitely how you remake an 80s slasher movie in 3D as well. So like, and the 3D was really good as well. But these days movies have been getting 3D releases, and they're not even good 3D. They just convert them to 3D. This was actually shot in 3D, so 3D was good. So things popped out at you and everything. I saw this movie twice in the theater and had a blast. This thing was like a 3D joyride for me. It was like a roller coaster ride. Definitely had some pretty good acting too, especially from Jensen Ackles. This also plays a mystery as well, like who's the killer, who's the killer. Keep you guessing throughout the entire movie. I won't spoil who it is though. Very good death scenes too, very graphic. People getting hacked up by a pickaxe. Check it out. Well, this remake I'm about to show was heavily panned by critics, and nearly everyone hates this movie, but I actually liked it. Maybe I only liked it because at the time when I saw this, I didn't see the original, so... But I saw the original already now, and of course the original's better, just so you think I'm not insane or anything like that. And that remake, yep, you've guessed it, it's The Fog. Actually, that's right. I like The Fog, but the hate mail flow. Well, also I like the cast in this movie too. Like I like Tom Welling, Maggie Grace, Selma Blair. So I think that's a good cast. Well, also I like the way the ghosts look. Like they, even though they were CGI'd, like not really all that big a fan of CGI though. But they did have like a ghost look though, and I liked how they blended into the fog as well. And also what really got me with the death scenes, like this lady turning into ash, this priest getting all this glass right through his body, these guys getting set on fire. So that's probably what got me too. Well, I can't say check this movie out because I know a lot of people really hate this movie, and so if you want to check it out, just check it out. If you don't, it's fine. Well, moving on. Another one I chose was the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Funny thing, when I first saw this movie in the theater, it scared me, mainly because I was 14 and was still open to being scared of horror movies, but I'm not really scared of this movie anymore. But of course, this is a really good remake. It's one of the better remakes. It's definitely better than certain Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. Like it was better than that one with Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger. That one was crap. So, but this one definitely had some pretty good death scenes, pretty cool suspense. Also, pretty good performance by Andrew Bernarski, who played Leatherface. And also, we saw Leatherface without his mask on, and oh, that was creepy. So, definitely check this out. And this one also got a little panned by critics too, but this movie's like a cult film now, so it has a fan base, and there are people who like this movie, and it's 13 Ghosts. Yes, I thought this movie was pretty good. It's very different from the original 60s version though. Like in this movie, this guy's catching all these ghosts and keeping them in this house to that way he can activate this machine. this machine he built in the house to open up the gates of hell. So he needs 13 ghosts to do that. And the look of the ghosts was really cool. There's these ghosts are all hacked up. They like had all these stab wounds. There was this one ghost called the Hammer. Had all these spikes in his body, his head, body. He had these hammers for hands. This also had a really good performance by Matthew Lillard, and it's a shame he has been in movies these days. So this is pretty good. Definitely underrated. Check it out. Another one I chose is Rob Zombie's Halloween. This was definitely not better than the original, of course. Definitely not. The original is a classic. But I thought this was a worthy remake. Had more darker tone, obviously more graphic because that's Rob Zombie's trademark. There were just some things I didn't care for, but it was just a little minor though. But I still like the look from Michael Myers in this, how his mask is all messy, cut up. It's like, you see right here. And also, I thought Tyler Mane was pretty good as Michael Myers, and what's his name? Malcolm McDowell did a pretty good Dr. Loomis as well. And he did his own version, not copied Donald Pleasance. But that's, like, I would probably only recommend this movie to hardcore fans of the Halloween movies. Probably not like horror fans or critics. But if you're a big fan of the Halloween movies, I would definitely say you would definitely like this. So check it out. Another one I chose is the remake to Friday the 13th. I saw this movie at midnight in the theater on Friday the 13th. That was really cool. Now, this movie definitely kept me on the edge of my seat. Although this one did feel like it was just a combination of Friday the 13th, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just combining all those movies. They are the best Friday the 13th, so they just combined all those ones into just one movie. This movie also had some pretty creative death scenes, very original death scenes. And also a pretty good performance by Derek Mears playing Jason. And also we saw Jason all three forms with the bag on his head, the hockey mask, and unmasked, you know, we can get a good look at his face. But if you're a big fan of Friday the 13th, this is definitely the movie for you. Check it out. Another one I chose is The Hills Have Eyes. It's definitely one of my favorite ones of all time. A remake to a Wes Craven classic. Not better than the original, of course, not better than the original, mainly because it followed the same storyline as the original movie. But they changed some things that were definitely good that made it a really good remake. Like they changed the cannibal families, how they made them mutants in this one and not like an inbred family living in caves. So they made them mutants in this one, and also the last half hour of this movie was amazing. Basically the character like goes right to them and kills them one by one. In very grisly fashions as well. Very graphic, definitely worth seeing. Check it out. Another one I chose was Dawn of the Dead, a remake to a George A. Romero classic. This is definitely the best remake to a George A. Romero classic. I like the Night of the Living Dead movie. They were okay, but I didn't like the remake of Day of the Dead. Didn't really like that one. But this was really good. It followed a little bit of the same story though. The characters in the mall. They're trapped in the mall surrounded by zombies. In this movie, the zombies run instead of walk. Although, to tell you the truth, I prefer the walking zombies since they make it look like they're more dead. This movie, they look like they're like mutated zombies. But still good, of course. Also had a pretty good cast. Especially Ving Rhames, he was badass. And also the ending of this movie was really cool, how they build these trucks, put these guns on them, these chainsaws on them, killing zombies with those trucks. That was cool. So, check it out. Okay, now these ones are the best ones that are coming up. Okay, one of them is The Blob. This is definitely one of the best ones. I thought it was better than the original. What got me was the visual effects in this movie. How like most of the budget of this movie went to the visual effects, from what I read. Like we saw the Blob turning into this giant mouth. We saw the Blob like looks like using some sort of like tentacles, and also the Blob causing havoc in the town. The government trying to contain it. Not doing that very well though. And the puppet work, the gel they used for the blob was really good. It's definitely worth seeing. Check it out. Another one is The Fly. This is definitely was really cool. This was also really good with the visual effects. Matter of fact, it won an Oscar for its makeup job. Yeah, the makeup special effects for the Fly makeup was really good. The Fly animatronics were really good. It's full of some really good gore special effects. It was pretty gross, of course, but in a good way. And good performance by Jeff Goldblum. So, this one is definitely recommended. Check it out. And this is the #1 best remake. And it's The Thing. Directed by none other than John Carpenter, one of the masters of horror. This was also ahead of its time for its visual effects. They also didn't really follow the same story of the original movie, The Thing from Another World. Like in that one, the Thing is this carrot alien monster thing. In this movie, it's like a shape-shifting alien monster. So it takes over people's bodies, imitates them. You don't know who's who, so it was really good suspense with that. You don't know who it is. It's messing with your mind right here. Definitely really good gore special effects. Pretty gross, over the top, but in a good way as well. Kurt Russell also was pretty good in this as well. Yeah, so it is predictable that I would choose this as the #1 best horror remake, because a lot of people choose this as the #1 best horror remake. But if you saw this, you would see why. The alien special effects were amazing. The music was definitely pretty creepy. And they're making a prequel to this coming out this year. Look forward to the prequel, although let's hope they don't screw it up. So, I definitely 100% recommend this movie. Check it out. And that's all I gotta say. So just leave me a comment and I'll do another video soon. Bye.